Hi, I'm Kendra with WTMAstrology, and today I am talking about Taurus and Libra compatibility. So, these two signs are both ruled by the planet Venus, which means a couple things. Venus is the planet that rules love, beauty, pleasure, art, all the most enjoyable things in life. These are the things that Venus rules. So, Taurus and Libra represent two very different sides of Venus. Taurus is fixed earth, and then we have Libra, which is cardinal air. Taurus rules more of the sensual side of Venus. So it's going to be a lot more about the aesthetics, it's going to be about the visuals, it's going to be about beauty, it's going to be about security, those things. Libra is going to be more the partnership side of Venus. So Libra is going to be more about love. It's going to be about community, communion with other people, socialization, things like that. Libra is a very, very sociable sign. On the dark side, Libra can be codependent, but that's not standard for Libra necessarily. It's just Libra is more relationship oriented. You have Aries, which is, Libra's opposite, which is all about the self. Libra's about partnership. So we have Taurus, which is the sensual, touchy, secure side of Venus, the side of Venus that really wants security, really wants to possess, really wants to accumulate. And then we have Libra, which is really more about the partnership. Libra is also concerned with beauty and aesthetics as well. Both of these signs tend to be pretty naturally attractive, just having Venus as their ruler, but they do represent pretty different sides of Venus. On surface level, it's a pretty nice combination. So we have two signs that really enjoy the pleasures of the senses. They both really enjoy, beauty. They really enjoy art. They're both very aesthetically inclined. They both really enjoy foods, really delicious foods. They really enjoy touch. They really enjoy, relationships, but in different ways. Taurus, again, is going to be the more physical side of those relationships. Taurus is more sensible. It's not super, super romantic necessarily, but it's an earth sign, so it's going to be a little bit more sensible. And then you have, Libra, which is really get very romantic in their ideals. It's all about partnership for them. It's all about finding their other half, not romantic in that Neptunian kind of almost deluded way, but they're kind of like hopeless romantics at heart. They really believe in people. They do tend to want to pair off, and so they believe that they can find someone who is going to be good for them. I believe that Taurus and Libra could be a very positive pair on the surface level just for having these same inclinations, those Venusian inclinations. They would probably enjoy a lot of things together in the beginning. I do see this becoming more difficult as time goes on, though, and that is because Taurus and Libra are actually in conjunct signs. So they have nothing in common. They have their ruler in common, but they don't have anything in common as far as element, modality, or polarity. So these two are in conjunct signs, 150 degrees away from each other in the zodiac. They have nothing in common once you get a little deeper into it. Now, some of the problems that I see for Taurus and Libra, and it's really honestly kind of hard for me to think of the positives of the way these two are naturally beyond both being ruled by Venus and both really enjoying those surface level pleasures. Because again, they rule two very different parts of Venus, two different aspects of Venus. So some of the problems that I see with this pairing are that Taurus is, for one, very stable and very fixed. Libra, on the other hand, is infamous for being indecisive, for weighing their options, balancing their options. They're ruled by the scales, Libra, one of Libra's more difficult traits are that they actually are very indecisive. In general, they are very indecisive. They have a hard time making a decision. They're a cardinal sign, so they may pick one very quickly, but then kind of go back on it. It can be a little bit misleading. Of course, Libra is not outright deceptive. They believe that they've made a decision that will last, and in fact, they haven't quite finished weighing their options yet. But Taurus made their decision a long time ago, and they didn't change their mind about it, because Taurus has a very difficult time changing their mind about anything. So Taurus, being that fixed energy, has made up their mind, And Libra is constantly weighing those options. So that can be a real problem, especially if Taurus puts their trust in something that Libra has told them. They feel a certain way, Libra agrees with them, but in reality, they're not quite done investigating. They're not quite done weighing those options. And when Taurus sees that Libra's really not made a solid decision like they have, and they're not really showing those extremely stable qualities that Taurus would appreciate in a partner, that can be a real problem for Taurus and for Libra, because Libra wants the freedom to change their mind. They want the freedom to have a different opinion than what they said they did at first after weighing their options, similar to Gemini in that way. And Taurus wants someone who is able to commit to something as much as they are. So Taurus really wants a partner who has made up their mind and is going to stick to what they said. It can be a very difficult dynamic once these aspects of the signs come into play. Taurus can feel that Libra has misled them, when in fact, it's just a different kind of thought process, really. And Libra can feel that they're being a little bit stifled by Taurus, just trying to hold them to their word. When, Libra, again, they really want that freedom to change their minds if it comes to that. Then we have some other aspects too. Libra is a naturally flirtatious sign, and they do this really almost unconsciously. When Libra flirts, it's not always to get a partner. It's not always to actually secure a relationship or even initiate a relationship. The person they're flirting with, they can have absolutely no interest in. It's just kind of the way that Libra is. Taurus, on the other hand, is actually not a super flirtatious sign, and they're actually a really possessive sign. So when they've decided on Libra, and they expect Libra to also have decided on them, and to them that means no attention for anyone else. Taurus is that possessive sign. They're all about possessing something, and that's whether it's money, whether it is a person, whether it is their things. They like to possess the things that they love. They like to have them be theirs. And Libra, they want to belong to someone in a partnership, but they can't necessarily tamper their natural mannerisms, their natural charm. There is a line, of course, but some of it is just very innocent as far as Libra is concerned, and Taurus really does not like it at all. So Taurus can be very possessive and see Libra flirting, Libra having this natural charm, and they can become kind of threatened by the interest that Libra elicits from others. Because again, these are both really naturally attractive signs. And Libra being the sign that's going to be a little bit more out there, it's an air sign, so it's going to be a little bit more sociable, easier to socialize with. Taurus, again, that's that fixed energy, so if Taurus doesn't like you, they're probably just not going to deal with you. But Libra really wants to be liked by everybody. Taurus wants to possess Libra as they really want to possess any of their partners, and Libra is just so charming. They're always eliciting that attention, both from their natural charms and from their behavior and their desire to please. So that can be an issue too. Then again, we have Taurus being very comfortable, very set in their ways. Taurus is all about comfort, both material and emotional. They really don't venture out a lot emotionally. They really don't always want to be out and about. They don't always be going and going and going. They're not that super sociable sign like Libra. So Taurus would be more inclined to say, hey, let's spend an evening at home, sitting on the couch together, drinking wine, watching a movie, whatever. That would probably be more Taurus ideal kind of night with their partner. But then, Libra is all about partnership. So it's not, they just don't just want to spend time with Taurus all the time, for one. They also want their friendship partnerships. They also want to go out and experience other people in different kinds of settings. They want to have that social attention and that social validation and social stimulation. And Taurus is not always going to enjoy that as much. So Taurus will want to stay home a lot more than likely they're going to want to stay home more than Libra, and do things that are comfortable with their partner who they possess. Not really in that scorpionic possession kind of way, but they possess them. And Libra is going to want to go out and do things and experience their other relationships, and generally just be a social butterfly, which again can be kind of threatening to Taurus and their way of life and what's comfortable for them. On a surface level, this is a really nice pairing. They enjoy a lot of the same kinds of things. They enjoy the aesthetics, they enjoy beauty, they enjoy art, they enjoy pleasure, they enjoy sensuality together. But in the end, they have very different styles. They're in conjunct signs. So it's not that this pairing can't work. I won't condemn any pairing because, again, there are many other things in your chart besides your sun sign that can make you compatible with your partner. But once you get a little deeper, like with the energies of Taurus and the energies of Libra, respectively, there's a lot of things that could come up in this pairing. So these are some things to just watch for. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I did want to remind you that I offer all kinds of relationship readings, including, the 90-minute relationship readings, which is really in depth and goes into a lot of different aspects in your chart, overlays, etc. And then I have like the relationship highlights reading, which is really just kind of more surface level, what stands out to me about your dynamic, a little bit of a shorter reading, but more affordable. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day.